Hello YouTube, George here. How are you all keeping? So back with another bit on the bike, and in the last video you'll have seen that the subframe went on. So quite a bit has changed since then. First up, the back end. So we have the Bandit 12 swing arm, some breed of a Suzuki wheel. I'm not sure what it's from, but it's 5.5 inch with the slanted 3 spokes in it, so looks nicer than the other one did, and it's not buckled, which is better. The chain adjuster blocks were missing from the swing arm, so I made these ones myself, and they came out quite well. We chucked them up in the lathe and counterbored them and the whole lot, so quite pleased with that. We also made this new bracket for the master cylinder for the rear brake, and quite proud of this piece here. 3 hours of filing to get that. We made this little cover here as well to cover the actual cylinder, so it's all nice and neat, covered up and out of the way. So what else have we been doing? So we've been mocking up underneath for the under tray. Just pop the seat. So we have all this space under here. The idea is that this trough down here, all the electrics, all the cables from the switch gears and the ignition and all that carry on, that will all meet up under here, and it'll be under a cover, so you won't see none of it. And we'll have one of them M units probably sitting here. Ignitech CDI will sit beside it there. We're going to put the starter relay up here beside the battery, and yeah, so we've that all mocked up now in cardboard aided design. So all we have to do now is transfer it to this here sheet and make it and fold it and all of that carry on. So we're experimenting here with I got some I bought quite a while ago a nutsert tool, as I've never had any of these before, so we will use them for various things like mounting the this tray. Will be, we'll mount it along here, maybe 1, 2, 3. We'll also use it for fixing the inside part of the tailpiece to the rest of the swing arm to the rest of the subframe. And yeah, so things are coming along. Oh yeah, we also made this then to match the other side, just a little heel plate there to protect your leg from the chain. So we just done kind of the opposite of the other one. That one didn't take as long. That made in about an hour. So a bit of sanding and stuff to do on them still, and get a nice finish on them. But yeah, things are coming along, and yeah, we're quite pleased. The hugger that came with swing arm, and I think it's neat. It suits it, and it'll keep all the shock clean and stop shit getting fired up on top of it. So what else have we done? Oh yeah, our adjustable dog bones that I made are all sorted now and welded up and in place and the whole lot. So I have adjustable ride height with those by shortening them here on the rose joint end, and they're 10mm plate. Of course, went absolute overkill, and yeah, so we're getting there. Won't be long now and we'll be putting a motor together. That's just a mock-up engine there. That's a 750 engine, and it's like an Easter egg. There's nothing in it. So the cases I'd be using are there, and then I've all that stuff. There's 2 other sets of cases there, a couple of heads and rocker covers, and all them crates there in the corner are all engine parts, and there's some more there as well. So yeah, we will be getting into that now shortly. So not much else to say really, but you know, from what this started from, if you're only watching this from this particular video, if you go to my homepage there on YouTube, and you'll find a playlist for this. All we started with was we had the frame hoop, with the tank, and we had the OG slingshot swing arm. That was all that was there. That was all we started with, and I don't know, to get it from there to this stage, I'm quite proud of that. And I also made this little cover up here, which covers where the ignition was. I don't know if you can see that with the light. Let me try and sort that out now that you can. No, we'll go the other way. So it says designed in Japan by the engineers, improved in Ireland by a lad in a shed. Just for a bit of crack. It's just a cover, so I made that. That's completely new, and it wraps around here and covers all the bolts that are mounting the clocks and whatnot. So yeah, there we go. So we've decided now we're going to put the second light bar on for the main beam, and so that means I'll have to make an addition to this here bracket to get that all sorted out. But yeah, it'll be okay. We'll get there. And yeah, it's getting exciting now, you know. But so pleased to have the subframe done. I have to go back with a couple of additions. The guy Anthony was saying, you know, he couldn't get in here with the torch, so I've made these gussets here. So when it goes back the next time, he'll be able to weld all that, and it'll be all nice and strong and stuff. We also made this. Had to redesign my mount for the seat, and that will go there, and the seat slots into that, the front part of the seat, so that'll be grand. And yeah, he done a good job. I'm quite pleased with it now, and things it really motivated me along to get cracking. So we'll get back to him now for more welding the next day. We'll have this sorted out. That's just a mock-up piece of tube I had. So I have some aluminium stock there, and I have to turn it down and bore it on the lathe to and that will be welded on here. So we'll have one breather coming from here up to the catch can, and then another one will come back this way and across the top of the carbs, and it'll go into the breather box on the top of the rocker cover. So, you know, it's just these engines like to breathe. They'll leak oil really if they don't, you know. So it's and it looks cool, of course, with the old Guinness can on it there for a bit of, you know, solidarity, me being a paddy and all. But there you go. So things are coming along. We'll have a little seat release lever that we're going to make. We'll probably mount that down here somewhere. It'll be in here where you won't see it. You can just put your finger in and press the lever, and the seat will pop. You know, a lot of Street Fighters you'll see, they don't have, you know, the seat doesn't come off that handy. But this is kind of a bit different. And as I said, when I've all that stuff put in there, I'll probably be able to make a bit of a tray here that I can put in a basic tool kit, you know, because I wouldn't feel, you know, especially on something like this that's a pure mongrel, made out of bits of everything, you know, until you get to trust that you wouldn't want to be going anywhere without tools, you know, a few common size spanners and a set of Allen keys. You'll take most of this thing apart with a set of Allen keys, believe it or not. And yeah, so quite pleased with it now. Our headstock bracing there, and the next thing we will tackle after we have all this additional welding done is I want to get the fiberglassing done for the seat. So what I mean by that is the seat will kind of, let me see, continue up this way, and then it'll come back to meet the tailpiece, and I'm going to come back maybe 40 mil or so, and we'll wrap the whole way down along so that when the seat gets upholstered, you know, it'll kind of cover the tailpiece and make it look that little bit shorter. Now I'm kind of wondering now, do I make some sort of a side panel for here, or I might just wrap the seat, because I want to sculpt the seat into the back of the tank there and come down, and then maybe come back this way, and we might just continue up along and make it that it meets this. So rather than pricking around trying to make side panels with it. And yeah, it's all go, lots of hours put into this now in the last while, and you know, it's very nearly getting to that stage now where it's time to start getting the engine done. You know, people will be saying, oh, why you do the engine first, but when you have an engine and you know it runs, you'll start rushing things to get it on the road. And I want this 100% the way I have it in my head before it goes on the road. So that's just the way I go about things. I'm very extreme when it comes to things like that. So other than that, no news, all is quiet, and things are taking shape here, this old girl. We will have to get some brake lines for the front, because the last day I took it down off the ramp, I nearly fucking killed myself, because there's more stuff on the bike now. It's getting heavier, and I was letting it down backwards. I think it was the other way around, and I very nearly let it run off into the electronics bench down there, but we managed to stop it. So we need to get at least one caliper on the front of it, just for when you're moving it about, that you can stop it pretty handy, because it's starting to get heavy now. But well, I say heavy, but when it's all finished, you know, I envision it being a very light motorcycle. Even with a full tank of fuel and oil, it'll still be pretty light, you know. I'd expect it to be in the region of somewhere around the same weight as you know, 600 maybe, or something like that. But you know, Street Fighters, that doesn't really matter, you know, because as we all know, we don't have no fairing or anything like that. So to slice through that medium of air, you know, that's the biggest problem. But the beauty of a thing like this is you won't be going super duper warp speed 9 on it, because you won't be able to hold on to the fucker if you do. You'll be like a sail on it. So yeah, we are making progress. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'll get you in the next one. Bye bye.